Alright, hold on, Pi fam, because something big is bubbling beneath the surface. And it's got the entire PiNetwork community buzzing louder than ever. One of the top crypto exchanges in the world just dropped a mysterious post. And no, they didn't say much. But what they didn't say is exactly what's driving people crazy. The post quietly featured the PiNetwork logo next to some heavy-hitting coins, and that alone has sparked a wildfire of speculation. Is this the moment we've all been waiting for? Is PiCoin finally getting listed on a major exchange? Are we about to witness the biggest price breakout since Mainnet? Well, today we're diving deep into this cryptic signal from HTX Exchange, breaking down what it could mean, what clues the community is putting together, and how this one post could ignite the entire Pi ecosystem and send PiCoin closer to that long-awaited moonshot. So here's a question for you. Do you think PiCoin will get listed this month? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you missed my last few videos covering the latest PiNetwork updates, KYC problems, migration issues, and new business adoptions, check them out now. Links are right down below in the description. And hey, if you're part of the Pi community, then go crazy in the comments and type PiNetwork to the moon. And don't forget to shout out your country too. Let's see where the global Pi family is tuning in from. Make sure to smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel to show some love and support. It really helps us bring you more consistent PiNetwork updates every single week. And don't forget to join our Telegram group and Facebook page. Links are also below. And just a quick reminder, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't investment advice. So always do your own research before making any decisions. Alright, Pi fam, let's get started. So, let's paint the scene. It's been a slow crawl lately for PiCoin in terms of price action, hovering right around that 60 cents to 63 cent zone with no big spike, no crash, just silence. The energy feels tense, like everyone's waiting for something major to happen, and then suddenly, boom! Out of nowhere, HTX Exchange drops a single post, no words, no flashy announcement, just a sleek image with several crypto logos, and right there, snuggled among them, was our golden star. The PiCoin logo, that's it. No announcement, no date, just a logo. But that was more than enough for the PiNetwork community to blow up. For months, people have been begging for a listing on a major exchange, saying it could breathe new life into the stagnant price. And now, this subtle tease from HTX has turned into a full-blown wave of speculation. And it didn't take long for Pi-focused media outlets to jump on it. The Times of PiNetwork, one of the most consistent voices in the ecosystem, immediately picked up on it. They pointed out something very interesting. HTX didn't just randomly include the Pi logo, they tagged it deliberately. That's right, they tagged PiCoin. And that, friends, never happens without a reason. The Times of PiNetwork suggested this could mean HTX is preparing for an official PiCoin listing, possibly through a verified onboarding process. They even brought up something we haven't talked about in a while. KYB, yep, know your business. The verification process for projects and teams before getting listed on centralized exchanges. And guess what? According to validator group PiNewZone, PiNetwork might have already passed the KYB process. They responded to the HTX post with a cryptic comment of their own. Seems they have passed KYB. Let's hope they update it. Let that sink in. The HTX post wasn't just art, it might be a teaser, a breadcrumb. A sign that the wheels are turning quietly behind the scenes. And if KYB is indeed completed, that removes one of the biggest obstacles standing between PiCoin and a listing on a global exchange. Now, let's talk price. At the time of this report, PiCoin was sitting at $0.6137, a small gain, but not exactly a moon mission yet, and trading volume dropped by 29%, landing at around $119 million. It's been hovering in a tight zone between 60 cents and 63 cents for over 24 hours, showing signs of exhaustion and uncertainty. Why the lack of movement? It's simple. The market is waiting. Everyone's staring at the Pi core team, waiting for them to say something, do something, announce something, anything. And while the team remains quiet, the community gets louder. Every day, thousands of pioneers are posting on social media, tagging exchanges and demanding updates from the core team. And here's where things get interesting. One of the most respected figures in the Pi community recently said something powerful, that the slow pace of development might actually be a strategy. That's right, they believe the core team's cautious, quiet, and careful approach is not because they're lazy or lost, but because they're building something bigger, something more permanent. A foundation that can support long-term global adoption. Now combine that mindset with this new HTX signal, and you've got the perfect setup for a surprise listing. The kind that changes everything overnight. Just think about what a listing on HTX could mean. First off, massive liquidity. We're talking more buyers, more sellers, more visibility. PiCoin would instantly become accessible to a global audience outside the closed Pi ecosystem. And the second thing, legitimacy. Like it or not, many people still won't take Pi seriously until it shows up on a big-name exchange. That one move could trigger a wave of adoption, speculation, and yes, price action. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We've seen hints before, and we've seen the hype die down. What makes this time different is that HTX is not just any exchange, it's one of the major players. A post from HTX, even a cryptic one, carries weight. And the fact that PiCoin's logo was right there, publicly tagged, shows there's at least some conversation happening behind the scenes. And let's not ignore the timing. The core team hasn't pushed any major announcements recently. KYC is still a struggle for many. Migration issues are ongoing. Tentative approval status still looms over some users. But now, with HTX teasing something potentially massive, all eyes are back on the project. Once again, PiCoin is trending, and the Pi community is lit with new energy. So where does that leave us? Right now, we're in that weird space between speculation and confirmation. The clues are there, the community is fired up, and the groundwork, like KYB verification, might already be done. All that's left is for the pieces to fall into place. If HTX officially announces a listing, the Pi price could break out of its tight range almost instantly, and if other exchanges follow, we could be looking at the beginning of PiNetwork's real run in the global market. But until that moment comes, the community has to stay sharp, stay patient, and keep building. Because one thing is clear, the eyes of the crypto world are back on PiNetwork, and the next move could make all the difference. So, to wrap it up, HTX Exchange just dropped a mysterious post that might have revealed more than we expected. The PiCoin logo was front and center, and now the entire community is buzzing with questions. Is a listing finally happening? Has the KYB process been completed? Could this finally be the catalyst PiCoin needs to break out of that 60-cent zone? We broke down what this could mean, how the community is responding, and why this moment, even though it's just a whisper, might be the spark that lights the next big fire in the Pi ecosystem. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your Pi fam, and subscribe so you don't miss any future PiNetwork updates. Your support helps us stay active and consistent in bringing you the latest developments. Now here's a question for you. Do you think PiCoin will get listed on HTX this month? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you've got any thoughts, predictions, or even questions, I'm always in the comments reading and responding. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, see you in my next video.